it's time for the video of the day. I'm your host, Greg. Welcome. Now, you can probably tell by the title of this video what I'm going to talk about. And I think I've mentioned this before, but I'm going to talk about it again because I feel it bears repeating. I mentioned in my last video about the shooting in Texas at Santa Fe High School. I mentioned it briefly. I have an answer for all these school shootings. It consists of 4 words. I think I said it in my last video. Stop shooting each other! This stuff just irritates me, folks. And I'm going to tell you why. Those of you who know me, maybe went to high school with me or whatever, you know that I delivered papers. I was a paper boy. I was a paper boy from the time I was 11 years old until the time I was 22. But I had to deliver papers every day after school. I always had a knife in my pocket. I left for school in the morning, made sure I had my knife in my pocket. Not because I was going to go to school and stab somebody, not because I was going to carve up my desk at school, but because I had to do papers after school. Now, there were times when I was at school, especially in auto mechanics, when I was in my auto mechanics class, where a knife came in handy. And I was able to pull my knife out and get some stuff done. And there were some other times when having a knife on me, came in handy. But as I mentioned in my last video, I mentioned my teeth. You can see how crooked they are. And my teeth in the front, they have a discoloration on the front. Now, what I found out that's from is the last dentist I went to finally explained it to me. It's Dr. Anderson. Finally explained it to me. It was a virus. When those teeth were growing, I must have had a virus. And I asked her, what kind of virus? She said, I don't know. It might have been a serious virus. I said, well, I had chickenpox. So she attributed it to, they were probably growing about the time I had my chickenpox, 3rd grade. And the virus affected the coloring in the tooth. Now, I could go in and I could have them, have a procedure done, but it's cosmetic. And it's going to cost big money. They're just teeth, Keep them in my head, chew my food. That's all I need them for. I don't need them to look pretty. Okay? But I got bullied for it. I got bullied because I was fat. I got bullied because, I think I mentioned it in the last video about, my dad only allowed me to take a shower once a week. I was fat. The car that I drove in high school was an old junker, and I used to get teased about it all the time. This irritates me right here. I used to get teased because I listened to country music, and everybody else was listening to rock and roll. Guess what? Guess what everybody's listening to now? The same shit I used to listen to and got picked on for. Guys listening to Hank Williams Jr. and Merle Haggard and shit like that. And it's like, that's the same shit I used to listen to in high school. Y'all used to tease me for it. And so, I carried a knife every day. I got teased. I got picked on. And, I don't know if I go so far as to call it bullying, but it could be classified as bullying, I guess. People I was getting really bullied by, I just stayed away from. I went to a school, my graduating class itself was 400. 4 times 4, that's 1,600 students. Okay, so it's easy to get lost in the crowd. But you didn't see me going to school and planning something to catch these people that picked on me or these people that bullied me and stabbing them with my knife or trying to slit their throat or trying to in any way harm them. Forget killing. I didn't even want to harm them at all. See, these kids today have got this gimme, gimme, gimme attitude. They've got this attitude that they are entitled. I got news for you. You're not entitled to anything. If you want something, you better take your happy ass out and earn it. You don't just, everything's not just handed to you. And that's what kids today want. And I'm not saying all kids, but I'm saying the majority of them, especially these idiots that are going out shooting people. Now, a friend of mine made an observation that once the Columbine shooting happened, these school shootings started to happen more and more and more because it kind of opened the Pandora's box. But you know, it still comes back to the same thing. Okay? You know, the old line that your parents probably used to use. Well, if Johnny jumped off a bridge, would you do it too? You know, I did it because Johnny did it. If Johnny jumped off a bridge, would you do it too? You know, if Johnny jumped off the Empire State Building, would you do it too? Remember your parents used to say that to you? I guess it comes around, don't it? Okay? Just because that guy was an idiot and shot somebody, does that mean you're going to be an idiot and shoot somebody too? Some people are suggesting it's they do it and they get their 15 minutes of fame. You know what? I would love to be famous. I would love to be famous for anything. I would love for people in the future to look back on the name Gregory Eddy and know, I just told you my real name. Oh my. Very few people get the privilege of calling me that, by the way. I don't even let my parents call me that. And anyway, they'll look back and they'll say, Greg Eddy, this is what he did in his life. You know. But I'm not out shooting people to gain that. What am I doing? I'm creating myself as a crazy trucker, and I'm on YouTube making videos. and I'll be famous. One day, you know, people will look back and go, hey, look at this goofball. You know? But, folks, the bottom line with these school shootings, we gotta stop shooting each other. The gun control isn't gonna make any difference. This kid was 17 years old. This kid at the Santa Fe High School was 17 years old, so he could not purchase a gun. He got a hold of the gun illegally and shot people. I believe they said he killed 8. Killing one, wounding one is too much. Even if the person didn't die, it's too much. You kids today need to pull your head out of your hind ends and start finding other ways of solving your problems. I did. And there's, you know, I'm sure there's lots of people out there that are my age that got picked on in school and they didn't go out and kill people. But these kids today, oh, are you going to solve this? Oh, my feelings are hurt. I got to go to because somebody called me an idiot. I got to go to my special place and cry. Oh. Suck it up, Buttercup. Life's rough. If you're all in high school and you think it's bad, baby, wait till you get into the real world. And life grabs you right by the numero canunos and says, come on, let's play. And you got bill collectors calling, and they're wanting their money, and they don't give a lick of spit that you just got laid off from your job that you had for 10 years. They don't give a lick of spit that you had to take a cut. They don't give a lick of spit if you got unjustly fired. They don't care. All they want is their money. Maybe the whole thing comes down to greed. I don't know. But that's my opinion on the whole thing. I hope you found some entertainment in this. I try to be a little entertaining anyway. Y'all know that, right? All right, so as I say at the end of every video, like, comment, share this video, share it everywhere. Let everybody know that Greg the Crazy Trucker is out here and he's creating havoc wherever he goes. Until next time, this is your host of the video of the day, Greg the Crazy Trucker, saying, see ya!